given your annual salary, Dr. Douglas, how can you afford to have that type of money on your monthly salary of 17,000 EC dollars or 240,000 EC dollars a year? This one check for EC 256,500 that you paid to yourself is more than what you make in an entire year. 6, we have discovered that Dr. Douglas has been a signatory and owner of the Lex Consulting LLC accounts, of which we have spoken. 7, we have also found out and have the evidence that he has many U.S. accounts, including a new one, which we just discovered today, that is held at Citibank in the United States of America. 8, we also have evidence that shows that Dr. Douglas has been a customer for Lex Consulting LLC account at Citibank, not the one at Chase Manhattan, Chase Bank, but at Citibank since 1999. No matter what the Prime Minister tries, he cannot try to deflect the questions that the people have for him. The people are saying that with the $76 million that has passed through the account of Lex Consulting LLC, that money could have helped this country and avoid the $3 billion debt that Dr. Douglas has created. The people are saying that $76 million could have built 10 new schools and police stations. $76 million could have hired over 15,000 new police officers and buy enough equipment and 10,000 vehicles for the police. Dr. Douglas, please note that the $76 million could have bought chalk for schools, toilet paper, blackboards, chairs, desks, and other supplies for our schools that are hurting. Can someone tell Dr. Douglas that the $76 million could have built 25,000 affordable homes and cheaper homes for the poor people of this country? No wonder the people are wondering where the money is coming from for the Labour campaign. We wish also to tell you that another check was also written on the very same January the 4th for 5,000 US dollars made out to SKN Ground Handling Services. I wonder what did they handle for Douglas or what was imported. There is no doubt that the Prime Minister is aware of the accounts of Lex Consulting LLC. There is no doubt that he has control of the accounts. There is no doubt that he writes the checks for Lex Consulting LLC. There is no doubt that over $76 million have passed through the account. What the people want to know is, where is the money coming from? That is the important point. And that is why today, we have written to the American government asking that they launch an immediate investigation into Lex Consulting LLC and its relations with the Prime Minister. We have written today the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, as well as the FBI to investigate. We want these U.S. agencies to examine if there has been any wrongdoing, if there has been any inappropriate use of state funds, and if these funds are found in the company owned by the family of Douglas, are funds generated from sources and activities that are legitimate. We are also asking and calling on the Minister of Finance, Dr. Timothy Harris, through the Financial Action Task Force, to in fact investigate these accounts also, as there is a Lex Consulting LLC US account at the National Bank, to determine if there is any money laundering. Ladies and gentlemen, the People's Action Movement is about change, a change that would bring integrity in public life. That is a change that would make life better for our people. And this is a change that would bring back responsibility to government. In the meantime, the People's Action Movement is on a mission to move this country forward, as we outlined in our manifesto that was launched last night. Here are some of the key programs that we intend to introduce for the benefit of our people. We spoke last night of our innovative policy for land and housing. Land from January the 26th, 2010, when the People's Action Movement forms the government, will be sold for to locals, to young people, young men and young women, middle-aged, all persons, lots of varying sizes, for 99 cents per square foot. The affordable homes that are now at a rate of some $665 will be reduced under a new People's Action Movement government by 25%, bringing the cost of those houses significantly down. We spoke about our national universal health insurance coverage, which is going to cover every single man, woman, and child in the country, so that persons will no longer have difficulty in obtaining medical attention, whether it is at home or abroad, but that our national health scheme will cover all individuals. We outlined our policy to cut the cost of living by removing all duties, all consumption taxes, all custom service charges on food, which will significantly reduce the cost of food. We've outlined over the last several months our policy on crime to reduce the wanton murder rate and the vicious criminal matters in the country by a three-pronged approach to crime. What we will do in the medium term, what we will do in the long term, what we will do in the short term. PAM, the People's Action Movement, we want to ensure that our streets are again safe. We want to ensure that we remove the fear that we have in our homes. PAM wants to restore that sense of tranquility that once existed in our land of beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, PAM is asking for your support to deliver its vision for the future of all our children. Our manifesto released last night, our platform for change released and unveiled to the public last night, is innovative. It's a serious approach to the key elements, the key issues that face our country today. We seek the trust. We ask the country to repose their confidence in the team of the People's Action Movement as we move forward to change the direction of St. Kitts and Nevis over the next 5 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grant, our political leader of the People's Action Movement. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the floor will be open for your questions. I just want to indicate that we'd ask you to raise your hand, and once it's acknowledged that you indicate the organization which you represent, your name, and then you can pose a question. I just want to indicate that this afternoon we want to be very specific in terms of how we're dealing with this particular press conference. You have listened very closely to what Mr. Grant has said, and so you want to confine whatever questions you have to the issues which Mr. Grant raised at this particular time. So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, the floor is open for your questions. Yes, just identify.
Good afternoon, Denise Allen, the Democrat. Mr. Grant, We were informed that observer teams from the Commonwealth